The summer when I was going into second grade, my family was going to Disney World. In the middle of that vacation, my dad had a withdrawal due to not having enough alcohol that day. When he went to the hospital, he had the choice of getting help by going to rehab or being an alcoholic for the rest of his life and only living for 10 more years. He chose alcohol. When we got back, we learned a couple months later that my dad lost his job due to a DUI, and he would always be in his home office and never come out. If I would ever ask for him for help for homework, he was never in the mind to be able to help us with our own homework, me and my younger brother. My mom's dad would pick up my younger brother and me up from elementary school, as my dad couldn't, and my mom was a teacher, so she couldn't pick us up until he passed away when I was in 5th grade. About a year later, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer, and about 6 months later, my dad asked my mom for a divorce, which was really hard to just figure that out, especially when it was the height of my mom's breast cancer. 2 months into my 7th grade year, we moved to my grandma's house, where my mom started working 2 jobs, one still being a teacher, and then also taking a second job at Six Flags, and then later Harbor Freight, just to support her family. About 4 days before Christmas, during my 8th grade year, my grandma just suddenly passes away while we're living in our house, which was really hard. During my 10th grade year, I decided to stop seeing my dad, as the verbal abuse was just too much to handle for me to deal with. And then 6 months before I graduate high school, my dad passes away from alcoholism. Those 10 years, it's a lot to deal with, especially with the history of alcoholism and divorce on my dad's side. And for me, I don't want that to continue. So I decided to start going to impact counseling to just help me deal with that trauma regarding my dad. And because I just didn't want this to happen again. Because I want to be sober, I want to enjoy life for what it is. I want to remember what God's put me through, as this is a trial, to be able to share to others and not be ashamed by it. And because for the longest time, I felt alone. I would always, in high school and elementary school and junior high, I would tell yeah, I'm good, I'm fine, especially after my dad passed. I just didn't know how to process it. And just because of me seeing all that pain and destruction in my life, how that alcohol and divorce can just, it hurts. I found peace within Christ and strength. As it mentions in Isaiah 12:2, "Behold, God is my salvation. I will trust and will not be afraid, for the Lord God is my strength and my song. He has become my salvation." We all have a story to share through our trials. Someone at the church here recently told me where you're going into a storm, we're either in that storm or we're currently coming out of that storm regarding to life. As it mentions in James 1:2-4, which I always go back to whenever I just feel like I'm going through something really hard in my life. It reminds me, just count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds, for you know it's the testing of your faith that produces steadfastness, and let steadfastness have its full effect, that it may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. And I'm so grateful that God's allowed me to go through it so I can share this to y'all, and also just be able to love my future wife and my future kids, because I want to be there for them. I want to be able to disciple them through Christ and love on them. So thank you.